Predictions, and more predictions. This is the Carolina Panthers Report for July 13th, 2010. Okay, guys, so this is the second ever edition of the Panthers Report, and this entire show, this week at least, is going to be my predictions for stats, record, and everything, basically, for the Panthers next season. And let me start off with what I think their record will be, and my prediction, which is also on my channel, is 10-6, and I say 10-6 because there's no more Jake Delhomme at quarterback, and if you really did watch the Panthers last year, you can tell that the only thing they were missing from being a really good team is a decent quarterback. And when Matt Moore came in, we just tore it up. We destroyed teams like New York and Minnesota. I think it'll be more of the same from last year. I think I have them losing against the Falcons once, the Saints once. You guys should just check it out on my channel, and I have week by week what I think they're going to be, like, win or loss. And this transitions perfectly into my poll of the week, and my poll is pretty simple. It is just, what will the Panthers' record be in 2010? So leave your answers in the comments. And for last week's poll, you guys said Dwayne Jarrett will start at wide receiver. So next, I will do stats by player. And I'll only outline stats. I don't want to go like player by player, all 22 starters. That would just take forever, and I don't have that much breath. So... So I guess I'll start off at quarterback with Matt Moore, and I think he'll kind of remind us of the 2008 Jake Delhomme, only with a little bit less interceptions. I can't see him throwing double-digit interceptions due to the fact that we will only pass it around 25 times a game. So I think he'll throw for around 3,200 yards and throw for about 14 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. And next, we'll go with D'Angelo Williams. And I see him rushing for 1,300 yards on about 250 carries. Now, this isn't exact, but I see him averaging about a little over 5 yards per carry like last year. I think he'll do better than last year if he stays healthy. And I think he'll get the majority of carries again and go over 1,000 yards, third straight season. And next, I'll go with Jonathan Stewart, and I see him rushing the ball 200 times for 1,000 yards. I'm not getting into touchdowns on the running backs because those are pretty hard to predict. And like I said, I'm only kind of outlining stats. And I see Jonathan Stewart rushing for about 5 yards a carry, getting over 1,000 yards, but just barely, because I can't see him being like he was late last year due to the fact that D'Angelo Williams will be healthy again, and he'll probably get the majority of the carries. All right, so we'll go with Steve Smith now, and I see him catching the ball about 75 times for 1,200 yards. And I see him really kind of coming back after an off year because no more Jake Delhomme at quarterback, and he won't be having to tackle DBs all the time. So, yeah, I think he goes back to the norm for him, getting over 1,000 yards, getting about 70 catches, average year for Steve Smith. Okay, so now on the defensive side of the ball, we can start with John Beeson, the most recognizable player. And I see him getting around 150 tackles, 3 interceptions, and just 1.5, 2 sacks maybe. They don't blitz John Beeson enough for him to become a real pass rusher. Who knows? They might blitz him more now that Julius Peppers is gone. But, more of the same for John Beeson, being one of the best linebackers in the NFL. All right, so I'll just skip the D line because they're going to be so bad. Our D line is going to be probably one of the worst in the entire NFL. I don't even want to go into their stats. So I'll go with the DBs because we have one of the better pass defenses in the league. I'll start with the most questionable player, which is Sherrod Martin. And I see him as a real ball hawk. I can really see him flying around the field and getting a good 5 interceptions and leading the team. Who knows if he can tackle, but he's a real ball hawk, so I see him getting about 5 interceptions. And next we'll go with Charles Godfrey. I don't see him having great stats. I can see him getting maybe 2 interceptions, 40 tackles maybe. Next, Chris Gamble. Him and Richard Marshall were pretty good last year defending these receivers. In the preseason, I saw them last year, and I thought they were horrific. But Ron Meeks got them together, and they turned out pretty well. I think I can see him and Richard Marshall getting both 3 or 4 interceptions and getting a lot of tackles. So, yeah, those were my predicted stats for the year. And hope you liked them, and that's been the Panthers Report. One last thing before I go. I'm announcing a collab channel with a username Durbaboobabo. I think that's how it pronounces it. But, yeah, he's going to be reporting from training camps, and I think he'll be posting some videos. So we created a new account where I'll be posting all my report videos, and I'll keep this account, John L., for just highlights and stuff. I'll have a Gerald Wallace highlight coming out soon. And so, yeah, the account is pretty simple. It's just Panthers Report. So go subscribe to it. I'll be posting this video on both accounts. And from now on, I'll just post it on the new one. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in a week.